Welcome to my presentation about the module Living, Learning and Working in the Context of Digital Economy, where throughout I will be reflecting upon my experiences of the module as well as the learning opportunities that I took part in. Experiences. As part of the course, each student had to create a blog using WordPress. Each blog post focused on a different aspect of digital learning. I completed a total of 4 blog posts. I learned how to effectively use online tools, and they gave me the opportunity to think and reflect about my experience, values and beliefs. Part of the module also involved online classes. We did this through a YouTube live stream. When we were watching online, to make contributions, we communicated through Twitter. A hashtag was set up for students of the module to use in order to tweet their answers to questions posed or to give any feedback. This was a very different way of learning, and it was also beneficial in terms of learning to use Twitter. During the module, we also created a mock campaign. Every group picked a social issue to be the main focus of their mock campaign. The process of this was to create a captivating digital presentation to present to the class. We used Prezi to create an online visual and presented this to the class through a YouTube live stream. Challenges. One challenge of this module was learning to use and adapting to new software. I was introduced to a range of different online tools that I had no experience with. I overcame this challenge as the students worked collectively in class to share knowledge with others about how to use this technology. My group also faced challenges when creating the mock campaign. Even though it was a mock campaign, we had to consider every aspect as if it was real. To overcome this, we had to make sure that all information we were presenting was up to date and reliable, and that we were promoting the campaign on all platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, and a website. The challenge when creating blog posts was being able to create relevant and interesting blog posts each week. I made sure that each week my blog post was filled with interesting information and facts, clear visuals to support my arguments, as well as relevant research. Eureka moments. Digital footprint refers to the information about a person that exists on the internet as a result of their online activity, whereas digital citizenship refers to someone who develops the skills and knowledge to effectively use the internet and other digital technology to participate responsibly in social activities. Learning about both of these really made me think about my own digital footprint and being a responsible digital citizen. Being a digital citizen requires me to have the ability to participate in society online. Mossberger et al. Furthers this idea by saying that this requires regular and effective internet access and the skills to use the technology. I have luckily learned the skills having grown up in a networked world. Another eureka moment occurred when creating the mock campaign. This campaign showed me how we live in such a networked world. This was partly because everything we were doing to prepare for the presentation and to create the campaign was done online using online tools and software. What I have achieved. I have achieved an awareness of how I should act online, as well as how our online presence can impact our lives and have consequences. I believe that it is important to have a credible digital identity. Williams et al. Define this as a term used to describe the persona a person projects across the internet. I was able to successfully run a blog for the duration of the course, posting weekly blog posts reflecting on digital learning, whilst also supporting our fellow classmates with comments on their own blog posts. I also achieved the creation of a mock campaign with my group, including a Twitter campaign, whilst learning how to work collaboratively in a group to create this. How I have contributed to others' learning. I contributed to others' learning as the feedback I gave in the form of blog post comments showed what I enjoyed or found interesting about the blog post, but also gave development steps for the next post. We have also acquired the knowledge about how to be a digital citizen and how to have a credible digital footprint, and we have shared this with others, as well as others outside university, such as friends and family. Training to become a primary teacher means that I can use everything I have learned over the past year and pass this on to my future students. I will contribute to their own learning by showing and encouraging them to become digital citizens themselves. How others influenced my learning. I was taught by others to use software that I was unfamiliar with, such as how to carry out a YouTube live stream and how to use WordPress. I have come to use these regularly and therefore believe that this learning was extremely beneficial. I also learned from blog post comments I received each week on my posts. I used this to improve my posts each week, and this allowed me to enhance my work. Additionally, reading my fellow students' blog posts influenced me and the content of my own blog. For example, I was encouraged to provide links for readers, embed links to YouTube, and include interesting visuals such as timelines. Plans to keep informed. I will make full use of Twitter throughout my time at university. I can now confidently use it and use it effectively, whilst understanding what should and should not be said. I will work to always remind myself and others around me how to stay safe online, perhaps through updating their privacy settings online, and additionally to always post appropriate content. Madden and Smith have said that social networking users are especially attuned to the intricacies of online reputation management. 2/3 now say that they have changed their privacy settings for their profile to restrict what they share with others online. I will keep informed about my digital learning and the advancements in digital learning. This is because it is relevant to my future teaching career, and keeping informed will be helpful in order to incorporate this into class lessons and start teaching my students to become digital citizens themselves. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my reflection.